A case study tracing an ex-lover, Wyoming, USA. Client background. A client based in Wyoming, USA reached out to Bond Rees to help locate an ex-lover with whom they had lost contact after a difficult breakup. Despite multiple attempts to reconnect, the client had been unable to find any trace of the individual, who had seemingly disappeared from their usual circles. The client was hoping to reach out to resolve unfinished personal matters, but had no leads on the ex-partner's whereabouts in Wyoming. The investigation. Bond Rees began by reviewing the limited information provided by the client, including the ex-partner's last known address, place of employment, and social connections in Wyoming. The client had not been in contact with the ex-lover for several months, and all efforts to reconnect through mutual friends had failed. Local research in Wyoming. Our investigation started with a detailed search of local records, including property records, utility accounts, and voter registrations, but these yielded no recent updates. The ex-lover had seemingly moved without leaving any trace behind. The client also mentioned that the individual had discussed potentially relocating to another part of Wyoming, so our focus shifted to identifying any potential new addresses. Digital and financial tracing. Bond Rees's digital forensics team conducted an in-depth analysis of the ex-lover's online presence and financial activity. Social media profiles had been either deleted or inactive, but by examining connections through mutual acquaintances, we were able to track down a few recent interactions that gave us clues about the individual's possible new location. Additionally, a review of recent financial transactions showed that the ex-lover had been making purchases in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This suggested that they were still within the state and had simply distanced themselves from their previous circle. The financial data revealed patterns indicating that the individual had relocated and was frequenting new establishments, including a local gym and coffee shop in Cheyenne. On-the-ground investigation in Cheyenne. Based on these digital clues, Bond Rees dispatched a local investigator to Cheyenne to follow up on the leads. By visiting the places the ex-lover had been spotted, including the gym and coffee shop, and discreetly inquiring with staff and residents, our investigator was able to confirm that the individual had recently moved to the area. Further inquiries revealed that the ex-lover had found new employment at a small business in Cheyenne and had settled into a rental apartment. Confirming identity and location, Bond Rees cross-checked this new information with the details provided by the client to ensure that we had identified the correct individual. We also uncovered that the ex-lover had been intentionally keeping a low profile due to the emotional fallout from the breakup, which explained the sudden disconnection from their former life in Wyoming. Once their new address and employment details were confirmed, Bond Rees provided the client with the necessary information to reach out. Outcome. Thanks to Bond Rees's successful tracing of the ex-lover, the client was able to reconnect and address the unresolved matters that had been troubling them. The ex-partner, although initially hesitant to re-engage, eventually agreed to meet with the client and discuss their relationship, allowing for closure. The investigation was handled discreetly and with sensitivity to both parties. Why Bond Rees? This case demonstrated Bond Rees's expertise in tracing individuals for personal matters, even when the person being traced has intentionally cut off contact. Our combination of digital forensics and local investigations ensures that we can locate individuals swiftly and discreetly, even in close-knit communities like those in Wyoming. Bond Rees is committed to handling delicate cases with professionalism, ensuring that clients can reconnect with loved ones, resolve personal matters, or take the necessary next steps.